Greetings internet, my name is Peter Gordon, I'm from VMflame Incorporated, and I'm really glad to meet you. Welcome in my new video. Sorry for me not making videos for so long. So, let's take a look on calendar, right? Well, it's not going to do every day really, but no matter. Well, let's take a look on the beginning of June's second week. It's June 6th, right? Well, on June 6th, Apple had WWDC. Yeah, WWDC! Well, if someone doesn't know, it's Worldwide Developer Conference. So usually Apple introduces new software. More importantly, this year Apple introduced iOS 16, iPadOS 16, the 13th version of macOS, and watchOS 9. Today we're going to be talking about macOS 13, right? He is the main hero of our today's video. So let's get started. Don't forget to click subscribe, put a like, and we're booting off. Okay, where do we begin?
Okay.
macOS 13, right? So, when Apple introduced it, it was called Ventura. But the main trouble is that people voted for Mammoth. So I made such a voting on Winter apps just before the WWDC began. So most of people said that it's Mammoth. Heck, even I published the concept of macOS 13 on my website. And if you want to get and take a look on it, feel free to go to the link in the description. So, macOS 13 Ventura, right? So, now we're gonna be taking a look at the concepts which people made back in the day. So, this is one of the most popular ones. Oh, let's take a look on desktop. Firstly, I would like to complain to menu bar. Yeah, menu bar is a little confusing there. Well, the design is not made really well, and the mouse pointer is just straight up bad. It makes me want to punch the universe. So actually, the menu bar is not really practical. But there is an elephant in the room, and that's the dock. So I'd like to talk about this set of applications. Wait, what the heck is this? So we know that we can't mix text there, and that's way more reliable. That's why there is no point in making such an app library. Just put an arrow there for easy back navigation. It will be better. So next point, widgets. Well, widgets actually is a good way, but it's also not practical. Widgets support dragging. And now don't forget we got Windows, and now we drag both of them and then we got a mess, right? So now let's go to next point. A lot of people wanted the app library. You know, it actually has no sense because we've got like Finder. We can sort applications in Finder. So anyway, we've got Launchpad. We can sort applications there. We can do this in Finder. So just create folders. By the way, the second image made me a little suspicious. Well, also I checked that concept. If you want to take a look at this concept, the link is in the description. Actually, these icons are not really Apple stylish. They're too cornered. And I also would like to complain about play buttons. They're also not according to Apple's trademark design. And I've got questions to this. I'm pretty sure Apple didn't allow this to happen. Now let's take a look on other features. So, get a front row seat on your iMac. Well, it's really cool, but it makes no sense. Wait, what? It's just front row. Actually, back in the day, Apple had such software called Front Row. Back in the day when Apple TV didn't exist at all. So, it just turned your Mac into a wireless TV. You actually, the iMacs sold with the Apple TV remote. Actually, it makes no sense now because they will just kill the entire product line. So, I'm pretty sure it's no point in doing this. Anyway, you can even share Apple TV's screen to your iMac, so you don't need to make an essential software, just lose a lot of bucks. Now let's go to this one. This is actually really cool because Clips is a software made for iPhone and iPad. Yeah, Apple Silicon Macs have a feature like opening iPhone-based applications on Macs, but they don't do that really well. So it would have been really great for all Macs to make Clips there. So it will be really great if Apple actually implement there. The next feature actually came true, weather, but the interface is slightly different. We'll get that in a bit. So dream came true. A lot of people also demanded something like the maintenance application. This is actually a good idea because mostly There are some aka maintenance applications, but they're or really bad because they have not as many features as necessary, or they're really expensive. The greatest example is Clean My Mac 10 second version. So it's actually really good, but it costs a lot. Well, a lot of people also published an aka compatibility list. Well, it's actually right, except 2 points. I'd like to tell about iMac and MacBook Pro. So there were no machines from 2015 and 2016 which actually supported natively. So I tried to patch. They do work, but that's not really good for everyday usage. And they also support upgrading the macOS Mammoth. So they made this gizmo image, and that's it's got some troubles because the logo doesn't match Apple's lifetime style. For last 2 years, Apple actually makes the logos with graphic designs. Like Monterey is made with graphic design, and the current installers, I'm pretty sure, it will be made with a graphic design. So it's no point in this. And actually, a lot of people demanded on making hover on feature to choose the layout, but there is no point in that layout of buttons how it's shown in the image. Now, let's get to the next features. Control center with browsing controls and menu bar. It makes no sense because you can just turn off privacy access for specific application. You can just turn off microphone for Skype, for example, and it will be just easy. And just don't disable microphone for the entire system. Well, Siri suggestion in Spotlight is kinda interesting, but not really reliable in means of user interface, how it's presented on the image right now. Also, they also want to implement Scribble with the Magic Trackpad, but I tried scribbling with Magic Trackpad, and that sucks. Well, with all aka knowledge we have, let's compare this piece of crap with the real system. So, Apple actually announced not a lot. They talked about a lot of features, but they did even more inside. Firstly, they actually upgraded the System Preferences application. Oh, it's called System Settings now. But the biggest feature of macOS Ventura is Continuity Camera. So iPhone should have iOS 16. On the Mac end, you should have macOS Ventura. Now this feature works with messaging applications, for example FaceTime, Zoom, or etc. But I wanted to make some streaming. Hey, if you want to follow my musical account, feel free to write sucks.peterregordon on Instagram. Now, let's get back to Continuity Camera. It would have been really great if Apple would implement that on streaming, because there are a lot of third-party utilities which actually make this possible. So back in the day, I was connecting my iPhone SE 3rd generation to my Mac Pro, and what the worst thing was that there is no way to connect via wire. And Wi-Fi is restricted because it's a paid application, and it's straight away. Now let's get to some other features. Remember me talking about weather? Oh yeah. Actually, Apple implemented the weather and clock application in macOS. By the way, they have finally added weather on iPad. So they did a lot of stuff. So thank you for being with me today. Don't forget to follow me up, just put a like, and see my other videos. That was really great to bear with me with you. So see you next time, bye, and see you again on VMflame Incorporated.